hope you've had your lunch because this live may make your stomach rumble. Hey guys, my name is Lindsay and I'm with Perfectly Pastry. Who's Perfectly Pastry? We are a local bakery in Waterloo, Illinois. If you're watching me live, use a heart. Let me know you're watching me live. If you're watching me on replay, so my nose is itching, use hashtag replay. And if it's the first time you've ever caught me live, use one. Let me know, hey girl, it's the first time I caught you love. Love. You caught me love. We have caught the loves for real live. As you can tell, we are kicking it OG style. I got really smart and thought I would update my computer before I started my live, and it's still updating. Yeah, I have it says like 9 minutes left, and I was just like, we all know that 9 minutes turns into a very long time, so I'm kicking it old school and doing it from my cell phone. I have no idea what the quality is gonna look like. I got crazy shadows. We are rolling with it because guess what? I'm actually not gonna be on here very long. I know, last week I was like, I'm not gonna be on here very long, and I was on there a little longer, but not very long. This week, I am not gonna be on there long. I have totally overbooked myself this week. I have to run and go take a kiddo to the doctor's, and so, yeah, I'm cutting it really close today. It's how I roll sometimes. I just my husband needed me to help him run and go grab a van because he's going on a trip and he's got to take a bunch of stuff with him. So he's rented a cargo van. So I did that this morning. And then I realized I also booked a doctor's appointment for my kiddo, and it is what it is, right? We've all done that. So I thought I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and we are just going to absolutely pretend like there's not a million shadows around me because I don't know what else to do about it. We're just going to pretend they're not there. Okay. Let's talk about some of the rollout that we have going on in the shop, and then I will hop off of here and let you get back to your week. All right? I know you're like, I love fall. I love fall too. I love fall flavors. As a matter of fact, last year for my coffee, because I make it at home, I have an espresso machine that I use, and last year I found some sugar-free, I did not, my husband found it for me, some sugar-free pumpkin syrup, and I absolutely loved it. And I was like, should I say sugar-free? Yeah, it was sugar-free, and it had no carbs in it. And I was like, ooh, I loved it, right? But this year I was like, I'm going to make my own pumpkin creamer. And yeah, I'm not the baker in our business. Let me say that again. I am not the baker in our business. I'm not the baker in our business because I'm notorious for not following recipes. I'm like, man, do I really need that stuff? So I found this recipe and I'm like, I am going to make my own coffee creamer. And of course I looked at all the ingredients and I'm like, well, I don't want to add sugar to mine, and I don't have pumpkin spice seasonings for pumpkin pie, so I'm not gonna add that. And I was like, cinnamon, and I was like, okay, I have that. And it was like nutmeg, and I was like, ugh, I don't have that, I'm not gonna add it. And so it ended up being half and half pumpkin, cinnamon, some vanilla, and a little maple extract, and it turned out okay. There's recipes for a reason. That's what I've discovered. There's recipes for a reason. It's not horrible. I drank it because I'm not a quitter, right? So I used it. But it tastes doesn't taste like pumpkin pie, doesn't taste like pumpkin pie creamer, it doesn't taste like a wonderful pumpkin spice that I get at Starbucks. No, it tastes like canned pumpkin. It tastes like I took my coffee and just put a dollop of pumpkin in it and maybe sprinkled a little cinnamon on top. So I don't advise that. I don't advise that unless you truly like pumpkin that's not sweetened. Again, it wasn't terrible. I drank the whole thing because, like I said, I'm totally not a quitter. But yeah, it's not that good. So maybe I'll find a different recipe. Maybe I'm not adding the sugar. I'm like, maybe I'll add the sugar. I'm not. But we don't have that in the shop. That's just something I tried at home, and I was an epic fail. Whatever. Anyways, so it is the fall and we are rolling out our fall flavors. So I thought I'd hop on here real quick today, go over the flavors that are going to be in our shop. Some of them I'm so excited about. Actually, all of them I'm excited about. I'm just jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so jealous because I never get the good stuff. At least I got the French silk pie cheesecake. My husband's so funny because he's like, why don't I ever get any, right? Because we're here down in Florida. The bakery is up in Illinois. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And he was like, you never bring it home. And I'm like, honey, I can't bring home cheesecake. It goes bad, right? I'm driving. And I'm sure I'm not going to try to fly with it. And he was like, well, you should get the recipe. And I was like, oh, I have the recipe. And he was like, yeah, you're right. I should not ask you to make it. And I'm like, no, you should not ask me to make it. That's probably not a good thing. I'm like, but I can share the recipe with you. I'm like, I have access to all of our recipes, right? And he's like, maybe I'll try that. So, I mean, I say like, oh, I don't get to try it. I could, like, I could bake it myself. But like, I just told you, I'm not good at following instructions. And I'm just not. I'm like, does that really matter? It's a blessing, don't get me wrong, it's a blessing, but it is a massive curse. Like, there are rules, Lindsay, and we're supposed to follow them, Lindsay, and I know this. I'm just not always good about doing it. It's okay. All right, so let's get to the point so I can let you guys go for the day and you can get back to your wonderful week. All right. Of course, it is pumpkin season, so that means that we have pumpkin. By the way, pumpkin is my favorite. My sister actually is not a fan of pumpkin, so she has really been pushing us to like not just do pumpkin as part of our rollout. So that some of you who are like, pumpkin's not my favorite, but I love fall flavors, don't worry. My sister is totally advocating for you, okay? So we're going to be rolling out our pumpkin muffins in the shop at the end of this week. They will be there at the end of this week. So we have our recipe and my mom will be baking those for the shop. So that's super exciting. My sister's like, instead of just trying something new, just follow the recipe. That's so boring. That's boring, right? Anyways, I'm so excited because the pumpkin pie bars are back and they have been completely elevated. Last year we took what you guys had said about wanting the whipped cream topping on top. I know some of you are like, oh, I'll just add my own whipped cream. By the way, it is officially on there, and I'm not gonna lie, it's my favorite type of whipped cream. I could just eat whipped cream all day long, especially the kind that we use in the shop. It is my favorite is on the French silk pie cheesecake, and that's probably one of the reasons I love it so much. It's also, I found out, on the banana pudding cheesecake, but I've told you guys before, like, banana pudding is not my thing, so I don't typically eat that one. My mom, or my dad and my sister love that one. But yeah, so we listened and we added the whipped cream for you guys. The next one, this was my sister's, okay? So I told you guys she's not a pumpkin fan, so this was her rollout. We have pumpkin pie gooey butter cheesecake, so that's correct. We have amazing cheesecakes. If you have never tried our cheesecakes, oh my goodness, you are totally missing out. We got rid of the graham cracker crust and we do gooey cake bottoms. Amazing. It completely elevates the cheesecake. And by elevated, I mean, I don't know, this might be a weird phrase. Sometimes my sister and I say the weirdest things and then we're like, is that weird for us to say out loud? But it's like a party in your mouth. Is that weird to say? I don't know. We talk about like what we're gonna write on our board and we're like, are we allowed to like just put out there like it's a party in your mouth? Like, is that weird? Is that offensive? Owning a business can be so stressful sometimes. But yes, I absolutely love the fact that we have gooey cake bottoms. They completely change your cheesecakes and just make them so amazing. So we rolled out the pecan pie gooey butter cheesecakes, and then we've heard you guys over and over, you love our peanut butter energy bites. We know the fact that you guys can grab and go with those and that you are just like, oh my gosh, we really like it. My sister's been talking to a lot of you in the shop and letting you know, like, we're working on those trail mix clusters. They are officially here. They are in the shop. So if you're like, oh, you got something new, that's grab and go and get them. It's a bunch of nuts and chocolate. My sister had been working on the recipe. So kudos to my sister for stepping in and being like, it can't be all pumpkin, guys. Like, she was like, I don't like pumpkin. Stop forcing pumpkin on me. So she has definitely been advocating for you guys who are like, pumpkin's not my thing. Now, the rest of you who love pumpkin, don't worry, I got you. We're going to be rolling out more pumpkin as the season progresses. So keep watching. All right, you guys, if you're watching me live, you should be liking and following us on Facebook. If you're watching this video on another platform and you're like, oh, I'd love to follow you. Oh, thank you. We are on Facebook, but we are also on other social media. I have a total marketing faux pas. Our handle on Facebook is at Perfectly Pastry Bakery. All the other ones are at Perfectly Pastry. I know they should be the same, but they're not. It is what it is because that is who I am. I can't help it. I didn't know, right? You don't know what you don't know when you learn through the process. Anyway, so make sure that you're liking and following us on social media. Like I said, if Facebook's not your jam, we are on other social media at Perfectly Pastry. Facebook is the only one that we are at Perfectly Pastry Bakery. Yes. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And so sorry about the lovely shadows. As I dance, you see them on the wall. Yes. All right, there's my dancing for the day. I'll talk to you guys again next week. See ya.